maybe I'll catch some lightning. What's going on, guys? Sunday night. Storm's rolling in, supposed to be here in a few hours. Just had a really good show, but of course it's not going to do it now. I've been working on cleaning the garage today. Got the Palomino out here now. Got the Canoe in here. Purpose for that is I want the Canoe at the ready so it can stay in here, hook and book. If I decide to go fishing one morning, come on. Anyways, so got the Canoe in here. One thing that I've noticed, right, is when you sit in the rear seat and you're in the wind, it really pushes you around, which obviously that's any canoe. Oh, I missed it. Maybe you guys got a glimpse. So the forward facing seat had a bar across right here, and there wasn't enough room to get your legs in. Although I'll tell you what, when I first got this canoe, my legs were so small I could fit them in there. So all this was is 2 rivets on each side, and I have a whole stack of rivets and bolts and everything, so I took it out. It seems like it'll be okay structurally. It's a little less, right? But I'm hoping that it'll be fine. There's no way of knowing until I actually use it, but I have to keep a close eye on it. So now I can sit here, which, as you can see, gives me a little more room, and I'm more, this is the center point, so I'm more towards the center. A lot more, actually, when you look at it this way. So, kind of doing this to get an idea of what it will be. Now, I'm also thinking I can get a stadium chair and put the stadium chair on here, and then I can lean back. In the future, we do plan on getting the trolling motor. I've seemed to do a little bit of research, and as of right now I'm in between getting a 30-pound or a 40, possibly 45-pound thrust trolling motor. The reason I'm imagining a 30-pound will be more than enough is because most times if I'm going fishing, which is kind of rare, I'd like to do it more, but time will only allow, you know, so much of it. But most of the time it's just me, so don't have to worry a whole lot about weight. And online, you know, these people are saying they would have 600 plus pounds worth of gear if they're going out fishing. Now I'm 200 pounds, and if it's just me most of the time, I bring 3 fishing poles and my tackle box and a small cooler that'll have, you know, a couple drinks in it. So 250 pounds. Now you throw a battery and a trolling motor in there, you're probably looking at 350. So with salmon here, you're talking, what would that be? Well, regardless, way less than 600 pounds. So way less than 600 pounds. So with that being said, I think a 30-pound will do me just fine. I'm not looking. A lot of people get these trolling motors to go upstream and stuff like that. I don't do a lot of river fishing, and I never have really been a river fisher. I don't imagine I ever will be a river fisher, so I'm thinking that it'll be fine, you know, the way it is. And get a 30-pound and try it out. You know, they seem to hold their value, so I don't see many of them online for super cheap, used. So a brand new 30-pounder is right around $100, and the battery is $70 for the Fleet Farm one. It was $69.99. So looking to start off cheap and then upgrade if need be. With that being said, I redid the foam on here. The old foam I just kind of electric taped, and it got shredded right away. So the new foam, which is the same stuff, I wrapped it in Gorilla Tape because I know Gorilla Tape is some pretty heavy stuff. We're going to see if that holds it. If this doesn't, I'm thinking of getting like a PVC pipe and stretching it over over that, or you know, going heavy. Maybe a pool noodle. I don't know. Hopefully this will work though. It's not the end of the world. It's just a long time ago going duck hunting, we had this on the metal tailgate. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that trailer. My dad often uses this white trailer, which is actually my grandpa's, and he had it on the tailgate, and you can see where it bounced around the whole way, and it really chewed up this side. I don't know why this side isn't nearly as bad, but it chewed it up. I'm not upset about it by any means. It doesn't bother me. It just goes to show how much aluminum there is. But trying to not have that happen again, just because I love this thing. So, you know, the old stuff was fine. It's round stock underneath, so it's not like it can rub a whole lot. But yeah, when I do get my trolling motor, I'm going to have to go to the DMV and pay another $15. I'll probably actually just renew my sticker and get the numbers on the side. But I think that'll be a better setup, because I won't have to worry as much about wind. The battery will add a little bit of weight, and the hard part about wind before was I was sitting so far in the back it would blow me around, and most of the time I'd have to climb up in the middle. So I'm thinking of having kind of a reversed system. I want the trolling motor back here, but I'm going to run the cable and battery to the very center, so that's going to put a little bit of weight in the center with all my fishing gear in front of me, which should really level this canoe out. And one other thing is I'm going to bring a 5-gallon pail, fill it up with water if need be, and I'll set it in the front as a counterweight. That's only if need be. So with all that being said, it probably won't have to be to that extreme, but if I do want to go out on a super windy day, that's going to have to be a consideration. As you see, I got the garage cleaned up. I have sold a few things. I sold the kayak. I sold the kayak paddle. I had 6 bundles of leftover shingles. I got rid of those today. And I had a light bar, a 32-inch light bar. I got rid of that. And I feel like there's one other thing. What we still have for sale, that pressure washer leaks gas all over the place, and I don't feel like fiddling with it because I thought I would have a need for it. I used it last year, really don't have a need for it this year, so as of right now it's for sale. Had a couple people offer me something for it, but it's not really like I need it or don't need it. And the trailer is for sale, the camper. I believe those are the only 2 things left. So, trying to get rid of some stuff to clear up some space, which was really nice because I cleared up that whole bottom of the work area, and that worked out awesome because I can store some things down there now. And if I can get rid of the camper, hopefully the people will want the cushions and the junk over there. They can take that with them. And other than that, I mean, that'll free up some space. I got a whole bunch of pieces of sheetrock. I'm going to need to use a few of them, but the rest I'm going to get rid of. And I got that MDF I want to get rid of also. But I just, over the break here, I just got a little wild hair, and I thought I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff that's just been lying around and clear up some space. And, you know, just a few things that I did, feels good. I got a little bit of cash in my pocket and got rid of a bunch of stuff. And it wasn't like I'm ripping people off. I mean, I sold 6 bundles of shingles for $40, and those bundles were over $20 a piece new, and they've sat inside since I got them, so they're not weathered. They're in perfectly fine condition, and they were 25-year shingles, so they weren't cheap at all. So I mean, I'm giving things away for pretty good deals. People seem to really jump on the good ones. Now, you know, the pressure washer isn't going to go as fast because people don't know how to fix a carburetor or whatever, and that's all it really needs is a new carb and should be good. But enough about that. Working on that one piece at a time. So yeah, just been working on this canoe. We're gonna test it out, and hopefully the crossbar not being in here should be okay. Now I did notice it kind of wanted to push on these, but I don't think that'll be a problem. If anything, I can make a new crossbar in the rear here, and also when I get the trolling motor, when I mount it right here, it will strengthen this up as well. So yeah, it's kind of where we stand with the Canoe. But I am away from the kayak completely. I went out in it. It was a fun time, but not as great as the Canoe. You can't bring anything on a kayak. It's very tippy on a kayak. I was out there, I caught a northern, which wasn't anything of big size. It was a good eater, and it darn near flipped me over because it came up in the front and went under, and when my rod bent, the whole kayak did one of those. So kind of touchy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'm going to close this place up because that rain is coming. I think I got done what I was going for. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Talk to you later.